I've been meaning to write about what happened to me, to try to put it all into words, but even now, I can hardly make sense of it. My memories are fragmented, like pieces of a puzzle that refuse to fit together. But I'll start from the beginning, from the time when it was just normal. I remember my days working in the office, the quiet hum of the pages turning, the soft clatter of keyboards. It was an ordinary job, one I thought would bring peace, but even then, something felt off. At first, it was subtle, just an inkling that I was being watched. I'd feel someone staring at me from across the room, their eyes lingering for a moment too long. But no one ever approached. It was always the same quiet attention, like a shadow in the corner of my vision. I tried to distract myself. I buried myself in studies, or went out with friends, met them for coffees, or to go on walks, and tried to regain some normality to my life. But it didn't help. Even when I was with others, I could feel it. This overwhelming sensation that I wasn't alone, that someone was watching me.
Okay, well, I'll see you in a bit, okay?
It followed me everywhere. The eyes, watching, judging, always there. It was like someone was standing just behind me, breathing down my neck. I couldn't escape it. The worst part was when I walked home through the forest. You know, the one, empty and eerie as it stretches into the distance. I've walked that path 100 times before, but now every rustling leaf felt like an intrusion. Every crack of the branches sounded like footsteps. I would walk faster, my heart pounding in my chest, trying not to look over my shoulder, but I couldn't shake the sense that something, or someone, was waiting, just out of sight. I started taking a different route home. As the walls of the forest fell away, there were fewer places for the eyes to crouch and wait. But that didn't help either. Strangers would brush past me, none of them giving me a second thought, but I still couldn't shake the feeling that there was still someone watching me. The weight of it all started to build. The feelings of being watched became impossible to ignore. I couldn't escape it, not even when I was with friends or in the busiest parts of the cities, surrounded by the noise of traffic and strangers. It was as though I had a target on my back, invisible yet undeniable. I started to withdraw, stopped going out, stopped meeting friends, in an attempt to escape the constant pressure and paranoia in my mind. I thought maybe I could just find somewhere quiet, somewhere away from it all. The feeling would fade. So I left. I found a small house on the edge of town, surrounded by trees and silence. I thought the isolation might give me peace and somewhere I could let the paranoia fade. At first, it was peaceful. The quiet was almost comforting, the stillness a relief from the noise of the city, but it didn't last. It became stifling, with every creak of the floorboards, every gust of wind rattling the windows. It all felt like the presence was in the house, no longer miles away. I couldn't sleep. I'd toss and turn, listening for any sound, any sign that I wasn't alone. I thought I heard footsteps in the hallway once. I mean, maybe it was just the house settling, but the panic gripped me either way, and I couldn't leave the house without feeling that same feeling of being followed. I tried to regain some semblance of normality, reading, writing, pacing the empty rooms of the house, trying to calm my mind, but it didn't work. The longer I stayed, the worse it got. The paranoia consumed me. I started to question everything around me. Was I losing my mind, or had the world always been watching and I'd only just realised it? And now, I'm still here. The isolation hasn't made me feel safe, hasn't restored any sense of control. Instead, it's become a prison of my own making. I feel the walls closing in, the weight of the eyes that are always watching, never blinking. I wonder, is this feeling real? Could there be someone else out there, watching my every move? Or is it all just in my head, a spiral of paranoia I can't escape? I don't know anymore. All I know is that it feels too real to ignore. Sometimes, when I close my eyes, I can still feel it. The eyes, always there, watching.